On to my Leos, you have the Eight of Cups, Five of Swords, Chariot, Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Ten of Swords, Justice, Three of Swords, Seven of Swords, the Death card. Oh, wow. Okay. The Eight of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Chariot. Now that you Leos, some of y'all are not dating, some of y'all have left a particular relationship. In other words, you're not dating or you're not dating somebody right now, meaning that you're either not dating at all, you're not really worried about it, but you're still open to if someone good enough came through, or you Leos are still very much so getting to know people, but you're just leaving people once you see that they have, you know what I mean? They have some dysfunctions that I was telling y'all to watch out for. The Five of Swords, the Chariot, they're how do I say this? The Five of Swords and the Chariot was about how they had to them, they had to make sure that you Leos was being for real with them, because they think you're lying when you wanted to get to know them. Now this is why it is I say you got to pay attention to the mentality, because they think that they have to play these games to you. Because think about what I'm saying. They think that they have to play these games with you because you're lying about trying to be with them. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Do you understand how that mentality makes them sound? It means that they are not real, because to them it's kind of like a person who doesn't, it's basically a person who doesn't believe that they can get a date. You know, it's a person that doesn't believe that they can ultimately get somebody to be interested in them. So when they do have somebody interested in them, they're like, I just can't believe it is. I just can't. Like I said, they're really fragile. So the thing about it is that the four of Pentacles and the Four of Wands represents, but they're stuck in their ways, and that, you know, they're stuck in their ways, Leo. They're going to say one thing to other people, but they're going to mean something else, right? Because when they get that attention, when someone is really coming to them with the business, really trying to get to know them, they're not just doing that with you. They're going to do that with the other person too, because they're dysfunctional, right? I'm speaking about your exes. So the Ten of Swords now represents, the Ten of Swords, and I should say the whole bottom row, represents your current events, you know, moving forward. So the Ten of Swords is about, now that you've decided to leave that behind, there's no amount of, there's not a lot of baggage there, which is good, because a lot of you Leos have learned to heal from that. Because one of the things that Leos suffer from, right, is the Three of Swords. I'm reading this out of chronological order, but out of heartbreak, right? So this is where a lot of Leos can come up with, unfortunately, some sort of heart condition. Seriously, because a lot of you Leos suffer from heartbreak. So one of the things that a lot of you Leos have to do is take care of your heart, right? Spiritually as well as physically, right? Take care of your health, yes, but also stop letting people stress you out, yo. Stop trying to change people. That's something else too. You can't change people to do what it is that you want them to do. They have to volunteer. They have to willingly decide that they are going to participate. But this ideology of changing somebody that you had in the past, it wasn't going to work, Leo. So the Justice and the Three of Swords represents just that. These people are now seeing that you were a very good option for them, but again, you're not around. So they have to deal with the heartbreak that you would have had to deal with if you would have allowed them to break your heart. Because see, that's another element of the game too that I gotta break. There's many elements. There's another element to the game too, is the idea that if you allow somebody to break your heart, then they'll break your heart. If you allow somebody to break your heart, then they will break your heart. And what I mean by that is you have to size up the people that you're getting to know. You have to get to know people and understand that you have to understand people's mentality. If they're so goofy to think that they can't believe that somebody would be interested in them, understand what that means. That means that these people are not used to dating individuals, which means that more than likely, I'm not saying all the time, because you do have some suave individuals out here, but it means that more than likely these people are going to be terrible at dating. Why? They can't even believe, as beautiful as they may look, Leo, they can't believe that you Leos once liked them. That's how out of touch they are, yo. And that's how nobody wanted to talk to them. Come on, yo. Come on. So you Leos gotta understand what it is that you're dealing with. You have to look at it. You have to pay attention. You have to be like, oh, okay. Oh, all right. Okay. Nobody want to date you ever, right? Nobody wanted to. I mean, even me, I've spoken to 1,000 different people. I've gotten looks up in plenty of times. I mean, come on now. You understand what I'm saying? As unattractive as people play me out to be or whatnot, I still get looks from I still get looks every so often. I'm not even going to put myself up there on a pedestal. But the point that I'm trying to say here is they understand that what they got is what they worked hard for. They didn't want you Leos around. They gave you a difficult time. Now that you Leos should be taking care of yourselves, and a lot of you are taking care of yourselves spiritually as well as physically as well, okay? As well as mentally, they have a problem with it because you're not around. So that loneliness is settling in. However, the Seven of Swords and the Death, again, you're not observing that reality where you're with them. You're observing the reality of you're doing your own thing. You're not in any kind of communication with these people. You're not communicating with them. And they're going to have to be okay with that because this is what it is that they wanted for you Leos. They had to give you a difficult time. They didn't know how to calm down, could they? Well, now they're in a position where they have to because you're not with them to have to deal with the amount of stress that they once put you through. So let's clarify some cards. Let's clarify the Justice. By the way, Leo rules over the heart, just in case if you didn't know, right? And also too, I think I'm gonna do a video talking about that. But Leo rules over the heart, because I have a whole list of things for Leos and the zodiac signs to eat, the body part that they rule over. So to clarify the Justice, you have the Sun, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. So what I'm saying here for the Justice, right? As a clarification, the Sun and the Page of Pentacles, right? The Sun represents Leo. So again, you're doing your own thing, okay? You Leos need to be having fun. Don't worry about past relationships and all that other type of stuff. That type of stress that these people are having, that's the type of stress that they themselves put themselves up under. They were the ones that was looking for that because they had a problem with you, Leos, being in a relationship with them because they just can't believe it. It's just too good to be true. They can't believe that you Leos, they just can't believe that's my cat. But they just can't believe that you Leos were into them. Well, now they don't have to believe it because now you Leos are not. So the Queen of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune is they put themselves into their own matrix. And what I mean by that is They're stuck on you. They're thinking about you quite a bit. You have Cancer Crab influence. Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot. Both of these major arcana is represented by Cancer Crabs. So they have, so again, it's this overprotectiveness of their heart. It's this idea of they thought of it as being too good to be true. You Leos left. Y'all are not worrying about them. They want you to come back, but they still have the mentality of it's too good to be true. This is why I say that most of the people are dorks. Look, I really don't know how to explain it to people in any other way, unless you come through and get a reading from me so I can break it down for you. The people who play these games, their sense of value, i.e. their character, is low. So because it's low, because of it as being low, this means that they cannot believe when something good is happening to them. They have to rebel against it because they are dorks. So the situation is they spend a lot of their time fronting or acting like they're so cool for school, nothing affects them. They're the ruler of the universe and everybody else's universe, with the over competitiveness, the disrespect, the over emotional reactions. You know, they have an outburst, a temper tantrum, because of the fact that they are dorks. They do not believe it when somebody who was cool like y'all are interested in them. You need to pay attention to a movie called you could pay attention to you could pay attention to any love story, really any love movie, really, where one person is interested, one person thinks of the other person as having value, and the person can't even see it within themselves at first. That's the situation that they've got. That's the situation with people who play games got. All of them. There's not a single one of them that's an exception to this. Because to them, everything, like I said before, just like these tarot cards, some of them, not all, some of them, everything is inverted. So they're in a situation now where they're thinking of it as they just can't believe that somebody else is interested in them. They just can't believe that, right? But that mentality sets them up, because now it's what is it going to look like when it's time for them to receive love? What is it going to look like when it's time for them to actually have love? They're gonna do the very same thing that they did to you, Leos, which was act a fool, act like they didn't have any kind of common sense, and wasted your time because they just couldn't wrap their mind around, I just can't believe somebody is interested in me, because they dorks. So let's clarify the death card. That's why I keep my head held high, because I'm not worried about that type of stuff, because I know what a person means when I'm trying to get to know them and they're giving me all this hoopla and the neck rolling and the finger that they put up and they got their hand on their hip and all that other type of stuff with the nails and I know what all that stuff means. It's like, oh, okay, you a dork. You can't, oh, okay, you're not used to having a cool, calm, collected individual, I may not always be calm, but a smooth person like myself really talking to you and you really rebelling against that. Oh, okay, same situation. So to clarify the death card, we have the Five of Wands, Five of Cups, Four of Swords, Four of Cups. Five of Wands, Five of Cups. Yeah, they're thinking about you. They're thinking about the difficulties. that they've put you through, you're thinking about how you don't have to worry about it. That difficulties and the issues that they've had and how you're free as you are. The Four of Swords, the Four of Cups, they're thinking about the type of people whom you're with. If you're with anybody, seeing anybody, and how jealous that makes them feel. And you, Leos, whether you're wanting to date somebody, you don't want to date somebody, you, Leos, are thinking about your own priorities. Y'all don't care about dating from the perspective of needing to put all this pressure on yourselves. You, Leos, are dating. You're still open to meet somebody, right? But a lot of you Leos are like, hey, if a person don't like me, it is what it is. I'm going to be out here handling my business. So a lot of you Leos are very much so focused. You know, it's just that, again, people are going to have to come in with some sort of reciprocity. Otherwise, if they don't, that's not flying. That's not going to fly. But if you found value within this reading, then it means it's time for you to come get a personal reading from me. There's a link in the comment section called a link tree. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website in which it has the ways you can support me from the books that I have that are on Amazon, my Instagram page, my clothing store, as well as if you want a private tarot reading or a private birth chart reading, one of the tabs, and all of this stuff is clickable. It says private tarot readings. Click on it. It'll redirect you to the website, to my website, right? The website has how much I charge for the time, a description. It also has buy now button. Over the buy now button has the Cashapp cash tag, right? And if you need any kind of further assistance setting up a private tarot reading, you can always feel free to email me at Kareemspiritworks at yahoo.com. I just want to say thank you. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. As of right now, we have 5,500 and counting. Y'all are amazing. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop videos like this. Love y'all.